Welcome to the Tech Tron podcast. My name is Ogenerona Maria Esebuna Isike. I'm your host. In the Tech Tron podcast, we bring you weekly trends, innovations, and breakthroughs of what's happening in technology. Hi, Steph.
Hi, Rhoda.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, Steph have been in technology for a while. We're going to be asking her some few questions. She's a very young, promising, wonderful lady with great and bright future in technology. So, Steph, can you share your experience and your personal journey into tech with us today?
Thank you very much, Rhoda. So I would say that my journey was like will I say, a zigzag kind of motion, right? I began with a non-technical background, right? My BSc was in agriculture education, very far cry from tech. However, I knew that I've always had something within me to innovate, like to bring about solutions. So even during my Greek education study, I was always like drafting out ideas that I want to build in the future, right? I even came up with one about, oh, I might want to build an Greek solution, right? But it was just in my draft there. And fast forward to after my BSc, I got into banking and I was in banking operations, which was also very non-technical as well. However, I still wanted to break free. And I mean, that innovative thing was still like trying to come out of me, and an opportunity came up in the bank, and it was like a tech hackathon, an internal tech hackathon, and I decided to give it a shot. I pitched a technical idea, right, to the CEO, the Dragons Den, the CFO, the COO. I pitched my tech idea to them, and they really loved it, and they saw huge potential in it. So that would really improve the bank's customer experience, and also like also solve the pain points of the bank's customers. So it was prioritized to be like put into production, right? And that was like the first instance I saw that, okay, I really have a strong potential in tech. I can actually bring up an idea in tech, and it would be judged as very sound for production by C-level suits. And so that was what really made me to be more confident, and I decided to take on some personal trainings. I went on to register for the British Computer Society examination, and it's like it was very challenging for me because that was like the first time I was exposed to software development, network systems, information systems. I was like, oh, what's all this? However, I mean to learn. I had to go through the materials, learn from scratch, and I was able to pass the examinations. And but I knew that it would go beyond just passing exams. I knew I needed to do some hands-on practice, right? So I registered with like a design school, a design course, right, in UI UX. That will give me the opportunity to like practice designs, to have a portfolio. I mean, it's very important to have a portfolio. So it's just go
What,
beyond
what um, was there like a payment for this?
um like enjoyment if I paid for the
Yes.
learning. Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
I did. I mean, it was paid. I paid for the course. I bought my first laptop because of this UI UX. Yes, I bought my first laptop, and I started doing some projects, right? And I had my own portfolio. Then I started calling myself Texas, right? I mean, with the little progress, I was already seeing myself as a very as someone who will be very prominent in the tech field. And upon those learnings and all, I decided to to give it a shot to pursue my master's, right, in artificial intelligence and data science. It was a very big leap for me because I had no background in computer science, right? But one thing, it's there's a saying that goes like this, that when you prepare, you never know what opportunity you might meet ahead, right? The British Computer Society exam, which I had taken, the UI UX had already practiced, were the things I put into my statement of purpose that gave me the opportunity to get an admission in AI and data science, even without a technical background. So that was how I came in to study my master's in AI, and I didn't just stop at that. I finished with a distinction, right? I also had a very sound project, right, which gave me the opportunity to explore different AI models and all. So that's really my journey into tech, and this is where I am now in AI.
So presently, as a woman, what challenges are you facing in the tech industry? Are there challenges you're facing? And how have you been able to overcome these challenges?
Okay. Yes, I mean, to me, I feel like there is nothing like I feel like challenges are like they are inevitable, right? So I would say the primary challenge I face is like being a woman in tech, right? Already when you are a woman in tech, you're like how long is she going to last for, right? Is she strong enough to do the whole coding and sleepless nights? So that's like the first challenge, knowing that I am female and I kind of have some physical constraints. Like, I mean, knowing that my male counterparts, right, they seem to be more, men are perceived to have more physical strength, and to be in tech, it really involves mental strength, physical strength, right, emotional strength, everything coupled together. So that was like the first challenge for me. I was like, even if I know I have the mental strength and the capacity, but my physical body, can it carry the stress of sleepless nights? Because yes, you will not sleep some nights if you are into tech, right? But that was like, well, I was able to overcome that by speaking to some of my colleagues, like female and colleagues in tech, and they told me that, so the thing is that you really need to understand your body and what works for you, right? So from conversing with them, I knew that, okay, while I can manage the physical stress, which I am afraid of, by taking breaks. Sometimes I can be coding and I just feel really exhausted, and I can just take a break, maybe watch a movie or do something fun and come back again to my code. And that has really helped me, right, to overcome that physical stress burden that I was first afraid of. Yeah, so that's one of the challenge. Then secondly is imposter syndrome, like feeling like as if you're not good enough. Because I mean, in this modern day, there's so much happening in tech. Like, it's overwhelming. When you go to LinkedIn, everybody is sharing their projects, this and this, everything is just happening so fast. So sometimes you feel like as if I'm not sure I can yeah, you feel like as if I'm not capable. I can't, I'm too late. But it's like I feel it's not true. It's just a lie that just comes to your head, right? I always tell myself, the world needs me. I have what it takes. I have a solution, I have a niche, right? To to focus on and deliver. So I try not to be overwhelmed with whatever I'm seeing. I just try to pick clues, right? And focus on building my own. Do you understand? So that's one thing that has helped me to overcome that imposter syndrome, right? Yeah, I think that's those are the major challenges I faced and overcame. Yeah.
So going through your profile, I see you are among women in tech in the UK.
Yeah.
How's it for you?
Yes,
What's
I mean,
what do they do? Women
okay.
in the UK, do they what do they really do?
Okay, so it's a very big network, right? It's a very big community of women, like diverse kind of women, different races and all, right? They pull them together into a community, right? To let them know that you're not alone, you are seen, right? You have a voice, you have a community here, you have and this network has both young and old people that are like early start in their career, and people who have gone far in their career. So you have exposure, you have kind of mentorship exposure. You can be mentored by people who have gone far, right, in the tech and career. And also too, There are events that gives us the opportunity as women to network, to communicate, to share our challenges, right? And also there are also like speaking sessions where you get to hear people's journey, right? Women's journey and how they overcame challenges that they encountered along their journey. So that's what the community is for, and that's really helped me. That's really helped me, right, to know that I'm not alone. Right, I'm just like I have a community of women who are saying, "Go, Stephanie, we are right with you, but right behind you to see you succeed." So that's what it's all about.
So doing a master's in AI, how was it? How was your master's in AI? Was it something you've always wanted it, so I bet you enjoyed it, but what was the what was your aim of you doing the master's in AI?
Okay, I'll begin with my aim. My aim was to like I've always wanted to I love to automate processes, right? How can I make something that is very like how can I make things to be more seamless and automated and faster? So that was like the aim. Like I've always wanted to build a solution, right? That is not just a solution that you have to that requires manual intervention, but a solution that would be able to operate on its own autonomously, right? That has a mind of its own, that has a brain of its own, that has a memory of its own. And so that was what really prompted me to go into artificial intelligence, right? And about challenges, yes, there were nights I cried because AI is AI is like you building. You're trying to train it's like you be training a human being, and sometimes even if you've trained it, it will still suck. It will still like tell you, sorry, you need to train me again. And it can be very frustrating, right? So there are times where you would cry, but then again, you keep on going. And I would say that it's at the beginning, right, of my course in AI, there were people, most of us then in the class were saying that, oh, that was after about 2 or 3 weeks of the classes. We are like, oh, I think we would have to switch departments. And I think, yeah, some of us were already asking,
I know.
we were already
I know.
asking lecturers, is there another? They were like, once you've enrolled, you've enrolled. So we're like, if you can see we're stuck. However, right?
I had that
However,
feeling. I had that feeling as well, but
yeah.
it was too late to change.
Yes.
When I went in, it was too late to change. I was just asking myself, "Oh no, why? Why did I even do this in the first place? I would have not even taken this course in the first place. They had other courses, project management, business administration, you
Yeah.
know, or journalism without data in it, you know." But
Yeah.
I found myself there.
There.
But I'm enjoying it today. I am glad I went for that course. I'm really, really enjoying it today. I am.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I mean, and eventually it paid off because during our graduation, most of us saw our grades, distinctions, merit. We're like, oh, finally it paid off, right? And it was really very fulfilling knowing that, okay, this seemed like a challenge, but eventually we didn't just don't just finish like maybe with a pass or a failure. We finished very well, and it was very rewarding and refreshing to know that yes, we did very well at the end of the day.
So one question I would like to ask: how would you compare technology here and technology back in your home country? How will you compare that?
Mm,
Because you spoke about a hackathon that you were involved in, and that
yeah,
was what set the pace for you. And you came in here, you're doing very well.
yeah.
Do you presently have any projects you are handling, or maybe you you are building something for the future? Is there anything like that?
Yes, yes, of course. I have various projects that I am building, like a lot. I have I like some are like a volunteer roles, right? Some are like freelances. Example, I'm currently volunteering for a robotics platform, right, as an AI developer, and trying to see how we can provide educational content for children in robotics.
Mm.
That's the niche I'm facing in this project. How can we provide like learnings, right, for kids to be able to and to begin early, right? Start learning about AI, robotics, and drones and everything. That's one project I'm currently working on. Also, too, I'm also working on I'm also working with if a startup, right, trying to see how we can build autonomous AI agents that can perform tasks on their own without any form of intervention. That's on that one I'm also working on, and multiple projects. And back to your question about how to compare between tech in Nigeria and here in the UK. Like, it's to be frank, like, I feel like it's there is a little difference in Nigeria. Yes, we have the ideas, but I think there's a bit of challenge in terms of access, like in terms of infrastructure, like access to internet. I think that's one roadblock we experience in Nigeria. Like, you don't have the Wi-Fi to run, because all these AI models, they run on like it involves high
Yeah.
level it involves a lot, right? Right. And you need to have internet to keep you running, and we don't really have that in Nigeria in terms of free Wi-Fi's, right? But here in the UK, we have access to that, and it's kind of give you room, like, to be able to do more. Yes, and to do more. Yeah. So I think that's really the biggest difference. But I think in terms of the mental capacity, the skills is the same. Nigeria, yeah, the UK is the same. Yeah.
So, what's your advice for those transitioning into tech? So many people want to go into tech. When they hear tech, they just want to go there. They feel the money's there. They want to rush in. What's your advice for them?
Yeah, I'll say that first of all, let the money should not really be the first why you want to go into tech, because even if you get into tech because of the money, right? If you don't have that passion, that thing that you want to do, that niche, that what you really want to build, right? You might stop halfway, right? So I'll say that the first thing is to know your why. What do you want to build? Once you can draft what you want to build, that would always wake you up at night. Even when you are tired, you keep on going. Then, second of all, I think most people say it a lot with words. I want to do tech, I want to do tech, but action, there's no action. Start doing something today.
Action speaks louder.
Yes, action. And also, too many people spend much time taking courses, learning, but no real hands-on projects. So start doing.
Another question, Steph, is what do employers really want? Because so many people, they are doing these certifications and still they don't have jobs. They apply for jobs. They they just go on and say, oh, we need like 5 years experience, or 6 years, or maybe 3 years experience. Is it possible for employers to employ somebody that just have a background in tech and probably train them hands-on? You know what I mean? Why? What's why is it like that?
Yeah.
Because I can't really explain to people out there why employers do these things.
Okay, I think it's first of all, it depends on the kind um of of level that you are applying for. For trainings, like, I think we have experienced, like, there are people, there are employers who want experience, people who already have experience, right? And there are employers who are looking for people who are entry level. So if you are applying for an entry level role, right, you don't need to have had maybe several years of experience in it. Just pass the whole assessment and show that you have some level of let me say team spirit, collaboration, problem solving. You're good to go. They would hire you. But now where the problem lies now is applying for experienced higher roles, right? They want to like it's beyond having a nice CV. I have done this. I did this when I was in my previous work. Employers also want to see portfolio. What have you built? You know why they want to see that? Most of the time, they want to ask you, what challenge did you experience while building that thing? With that, with that question, they're able to test so many things.
Hmm.
So even if they were looking for 5 years and you have, let me say, 4 years or 3 years, right? So long you've built something and you can speak about what you've built, about the roadblocks that you experienced while building it, and how you're able to scale through, right?
Yeah.
You've shown capacity, you've shown mental resilience, you've shown problem solving, you showed so many things that ticks their boxes, and they will hire. So I think people just rely on, oh, I have a nice CV, I did this in the past. They want to see it. And I'm also speaking from experience, like I've had to do multiple interviews, right? And all, and even where I'm currently working, right? I'm just using my experience now. They would always ask me, what has Stephanie built? Tell me about what you've built and tell me what problem you experienced while building it and how you overcame. That's usually the prominent question that they ask. So if people out there can start building something, right, document their process, their journey, their problems, and how they solved it, and be able to package it in interviews, it will make it very seamless for them to be hired.
Hmm.
Yes.
Are there any like mentorship industries, like organizations that are free, that give like free mentorship here in the UK? Do you know of any?
Mentorship, yes. I'm currently a part of one. I'm a mentor for that, but I mean, people can come in as mentees or mentors. Yeah. So the Women Tech Network has a mentorship program.
Mm.
Yes, where they mentor.
Any tech?
Yes, yes, yes. So be you can get mentorship on how to apply for jobs in tech, how to ace the
So
interview.
how can people go into the women in tech? Is it do they register, or
Oh
do you
yeah.
pay,
Okay.
to go in?
Okay, so it has
Like
different
for the membership, you know what I mean?
yeah, so it has different membership, right? I think it's paid actually, but it's a free there's a free one. I can't remember what it's called now, but it's just to go to the Women Tech Network website, right? You see different categories. There's the premium, there are different categories, right? So, but for people who do not really have the financial capacity, you can just opt for the free one and join, and you can access mentorship while even if you're in a free membership, you can access mentorship and you can be mentored there, and you can get access to people who can also look at, maybe review your CV, give you ideas on how to like break into like a job and everything. Yes.
Thank you so much, Steph. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank
So
you.
I've come to the end of our interview today. Thank you, Steph, for the interview. I appreciate you. Bye
Thank you
bye.
very much for that. Thank you. Bye.